To another episode under playlist name Ransomware TTPs. So actually we are done 8 base Akira ALPHV, and based on our final hypothesis, investigation and decision, the ALPHV closely related to 8 base. They are still using some traditional ways like a 8 base, but actually there are no lateral movement, there are no collection, just impact at conditional access. So in conditional access, they are close into the Akira more than 8 base. So actually, it's back to BianLian. So actually, BianLian, in execution, they try to using command and scripting interpreters. There are no persistence. There are no privilege escalation. There are no. Oh, they are only masquerading and software packing. That's a different. I think both Akira and ABIS and ALPHV doesn't. Sorry, Akira and ALPHV doesn't have a software packing, but 8-base and BianLian have a software packing. Related to conditional access, there are no conditional access. There are only discovery for device for files, but actually not doing like this, just trying to step by step. And for lateral movement or replication through removable media, so they trying to spread through USB, and there are no collection. That's very weird. And they are only data encrypted for impact. So let's try to with um, command and scripting interpreters, this one, and also user execution. So actually it's using PowerShell again, or Unix shell, or CMD command line shell, for maybe downloading another stage for some defense evasion, maybe for some execution for downloading on the other stuff. So command line and scripting interpreter, that's mean using a scripting language, or I mean scripting language overall to for a malicious purpose. So CMD, PowerShell, Python, JS, VBE, they are scripting language. So they try to mostly the PowerShell, the most common one, more than JS and Visual Basic and Python. User execution. So actually, that's mean make the users to execute the malware. Okay, so that's mean, for example, using phishing or malicious document maldoc sent to the HR, start executing, or maybe insider thread, just trying to execute the malicious payload or PowerShell code, and that's all. Or maybe by spear phishing and the other stuff. So user execution, that is mean you make a users to click this phishing mails, this malicious document, enabling macro, and the other stuffs. So for persistence, there are no persistence in BianLian, but of course there are no privilege escalation, but they have a masquerading, software packing, obfuscation. Okay, actually obfuscation, masquerading, and I mean, for example, you have an executable file, you change the icon into PDF file, text file, image file. I mean, in icon. Okay, so that's look like being a legitimate file. Okay, so that's the mean of a masquerading. Obfuscation file, that's mean you make a the code is unreadable. Okay, so you need to writing a code, so or custom code or custom decryption to decoding this encoding or obfuscated file. For example, they use base64 XOR root 13 hashes, and maybe custom encoding hacks, and so on. So actually, there are no conditional access, but there are discovery, security software discovery, perpetual device discovery, file discovery, and system information discovery. So I mean, they're trying to search for a specific software. So why software discovery? So software discovery, it's not only for collecting information or exploiting the specific vulnerability inside the software. It may be to check if this malware inside this operating system or not. Okay, so they're trying, maybe they're looking for, I mean, a specific antivirus product to exploit it, to terminate it, and so on. And actually, they try to find another's uh, connected device inside the computer, maybe external or internal uh, storage. So that's an example of a different. For example, Engerad will attempt to detect if a victim system has a camera during the initial infection. Engerad can also detect any removable drive connected to the system. So actually, that's a main mean. And file and discovery. So actually, they are trying to find external or internal files through the command find, dir, locate. So actually, ls and find. It's for Linux and Unix actually. So you can use a find in Windows, but actually instead ls we have a dir. Okay. So, and for every RAM, show flash, and the other stuffs. Again, system information discovery, to get information full about the systems, to see if that's a VM or not VM, finding storage, connected devices, and the other stuff. And actually, there are literal movement. They try to by replicating itself inside USB, inside a USB drive. Okay, so actually this technique also using adversary may move onto system, possibly this or disconnected or gapping network, by copying malware to removable media and taking advantage of auto-run feature when the media is inserted into the system and execute in the case of the lateral move. So actually that's mean we analyzed the, I think, nebula worm, okay, that trying to spread into the USB through the auto run feature. So each time for example, you have a USB drive on your computer is infected. When you attach this USB drive into the another computer, it start infecting this computer too. So that's mean lateral movement through replication through removable media. And actually, for the in packet, it's only data encryption. Encrypt the data, maybe ask for the ransoms, and so on. So actually, that's all, and have a nice time.